Hello, my name is Dr. Ethel Caffey Austin, and it's indeed a pleasure to be here today to talk about gospel music and how to play gospel music. When you use the term gospel, you'll find out that quite frequently you're opening a Pandora's box because there are so many styles of black sacred music. And we're going to talk about the various styles of gospel music. We're going to talk about some spirituals. We'll talk about an anthem or hymn and how we play the music. We'll talk about some turns, and we'll do several demonstrations based on some various songs that I've selected that I think will help you to understand the style of gospel music. We'll basically stick with traditional gospel music because of its history, and I think you'll enjoy just going through bit by bit the segments and styles of gospel music. We're going to begin with a song that's very familiar to you. I've been playing piano for 42 years. Don't try to figure out how old I am, it doesn't matter. But I do want you to know that I enjoy playing piano since a very small time I've been playing. And one of the things that I've learned that there are so many styles that it's very important that you learn one specific style and learn it well and then go to the next. We're going to start with a song that many people are familiar with, and they usually consider it jazz or blues, but this song originated in the black church. And it's a song that many people immediately recognize, and it is Oh Lord, I want to be in the number, or when the saints go marching in. Now, some people say that's not gospel, but it originated in the black church. And so we're going to use that one because it's simple, and it's something that I can show you how to build your skill and learn from one thing to another step to another level. We're going to start with just the melody. I think I'll play a little bit of the song first for you. And as I play the song, I think you'll understand where we're going to go. Simple melody because you basically are in the key of C. You'll only use 2 or 3, maybe 4 notes. I always play the melody of a song in my little finger. So when you're first starting, since we're going to be playing in chords, and I'm going to start with the right hand and work with the right hand alone, learn how to play the melody in your little finger. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in. Now, let's take that same phrase and start again, and when we do it the second time, we're going to add a second note, which would be sometimes in an interval called a third, and we're going to harmonize. Now, I'm a vocalist, so quite frequently I think vocally where other people think in another realm of theory. But when I think of voices, I think of your soprano and the alto. So we're going to add a little alto or a lower third, okay? So now when we begin, we don't start with the A, but we're going to start with the G, and we'll be playing more of the phrase than I intended to, but I think you'll get an understanding of what we're doing. Now we're going to add a third note, which would be the lowest note, and it's going to be forming a chord. We have 3 notes making the chord, and so it will sound like this. I'll do that one more time for you. Oh, when the saints go marching. All right, I think you're getting it. All right. Now, the left hand is my fun hand. I love to use my left hand because I can make all kinds of sounds. When I was growing up, I played, of course, in the church and still do. And when I was a child, we didn't have a drum. So I had to make my rhythm with my left hand and make that beat so I could keep up with what was going on. We're going to start with the bass notes, and I'm going to, as I play the bass notes, I'll try to show you a pattern that we're going to use. We're in the key of C, and so we're going to be playing C and G a lot, all right, and we're going to play in octaves. Octaves would be from the first note, counting up 8, to the 8th note, and we will keep that octave, and it'll sound real full as we play it. So we're going to play C, G, C. E, G, C. Now, when I did that move, I did what is called walking the bass. Moving, we're going to go from C to G, and in our going, we're just going to add a few notes in between. So we go C, E, F, and F sharp and G, and then a D, G. All right, let's try it again. C, G, C. Now here we go walking. All right, and of course if we walked up, we can always walk back down. So we'll just go back down to C. All right, now let's try the right hand and the left hand together. There we go. Here we go, walking. Added a few things, but we'll work on that again. Try it one more time. For those of you who are used to chord patterns, you're in that first pattern, and then you stand right there, and then you're going to move. Okay. Now, that's a simple rendition of Saints Go Marching In. And again, we're going to gospelize it a little bit more by adding some fill-ins, all right? This time, I'm going to assume that you've learned just the basic song, just simply learning those few chords that we did. And let's talk about inversion for just a moment. All I did during the whole song was invert from my little finger to my thumb. I just kept moving that same chord. That C chord started here. Now notice what happens. We've got the first position that we're going to play, and then I take the E that was in my thumb and put it in my little finger. Did you see that? And then I took that next note and we made a little bit of change right there, but then we go right into the C chord again with the G at the top and the C in my thumb. Let me do that again. See that? All we're doing is inverting, going up. That's all we're doing. Keeps repeating the same thing over the same chord, but just changing the position of the note. Now we're going backwards. All right. Now let's add some fill-ins to that. Change where we walk with the thumb. So you're singing or playing. We're going to do this 3 times. The second time, and here's the third time. And then we're going to change to that. Right there. All right, now what we did, I didn't move my thumb yet because I wanted you to see the chord we're going to end with. So when you go, my thumb and my index finger. Oh, when the saints go on. Boom, 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 boom. That's all you're doing. It's part of that. See that? Okay. And let's add this, which I call an echo. Because sometimes you have a note that will have 4 beats and you want to add something to it that will help to fill in, so you just won't have a dead sound. So I'll do that again. Notice what I have. Just added a B flat to that, okay? Oh, look at that. Now, that's a simple version of Saints Go Marching In. Now, I'm going to show you how you could, as you advance, could take this same song, this basic song that we just did, and we could add octaves to the melody. The melody I was playing in my little finger, this time we're going to play in the right hand. We're going to play some octaves and just dress it up a little bit. Much again. Now what we're doing, we're taking the melody and playing it in octaves. So you have, and we end with a chord with the G on each end, and then just adding a C and an E, which makes that C chord. Okay, I'll do that again. I always use the philosophy, if it's between the octaves, you should be able to play anything you want to in the middle. So that's basically what we do. We still have our C chord, but you notice it's in right here with an added G. And you could even do that again. I like to do a lot of little accents with little notes just added. Or you could do it in your left hand. Okay? Now when you're doing the ending of the song, it's important that you know how to end it. So we're going to look at the very last part of the song. when the saints go marching in. Amen. That's what we're going to work on. So as we work on it, I want you to listen to the chords as well as watch the chords. So we're going, oh, when the saints, which is your C chord, go, and you have an A chord with an added G in the thumb. March, that's a D chord. Ching, which is your G chord with an added F in your C chord. Do that again. Saints, go marching in. So you have C, A, D, G, C. Now what happens if you play the octave, it sounds fuller. And you notice that I'm playing basically between middle C and the high C and all of the bass. And that's important to realize that the sound, it'll sound real tinny if I play it like this. Now listen to the difference. Same chords, but you hear a different sound. So if you want a fullness and a warmth to it, my suggestion is to play between middle C and high and the first octave above middle C. And that'll give you the right sound. Again, we'll do that one more time. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in the number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. And here's our amen chord. It's an F, an E flat, and an A. And then your C chord. Amen. I think you've got the idea. I'm going to play the song like I feel like playing it now, just to give you an idea of some added things you can do. Now, I know some of you say, stop, stop. I heard something. I want to hear that again. An ending that you can use. This ending, you have a G in your right hand, a B flat in your left hand. So you have opposing notes going down. For those of you who want to be more technical, you will be able to refer to the book and they will give you exactly what's going if you read music. So you've got there's another move you could do. Which is a fill-in. I hope that I've given you enough challenges within the song when the saints go marching in that you'll start from just the beginning level, start with that right hand first, using the melody in your little finger and adding your voices until you have a chord, work with that until you can do it quite well, and then start with your left hand and use those octaves. I think you'll find it to be very, very, very exciting. Once you get the sound you want, move on to another song. Now we're going to look at a song that's called a spiritual. Spirituals have a great meaning in Black sacred music because it's the foundation of many of the songs that you hear even in the 1990s, even today. This song is called It's Me, O Lord, and it's one of those songs that you learn in elementary school. but I wanted to use it because it's a simple song, a simple tune, and again, we can break it down. I'm going to play it like I would like to interpret it, and then we'll work from the most basic thing all the way to the most difficult.